Hey, Chris, were you going to say something to the folks here? Okay, good enough. Well, it looks like it's up to me. I just wanted to say a few things. Thank you all for coming tonight. This being my 60th birthday, um, you think a lot about life and the wonder of it all and the joys and sorrows and everything else. But tonight we're going to talk about the joys. And I want to tell everybody how grateful I am to all of their friendship and the love that I've gotten over the years. And just wanted to say a few things to mark this occasion. It's become very apparent to me that life is flying by faster and faster. And I just don't want this night to go by without saying a few things to the people that are very dear to me, which is all of you. If you're here, that's why you're here. Um, Most of my friends here I've known from college, and my guy friends I've known here for over 35 years. We were just young adults when we all met through the fraternity or through friends of friends, and that's just been a wonderful experience to have you in my life. And I want to say something about all the women, all the wives and girlfriends, and in these lucky guys' lives. They're all fantastic, and they've all been just as good of friends to me as my guy friends have too. So I just want to say a few things. I'm going to point you out one at a time. Mark Armamentos, you're just when I met you, you were really one of the first people I met at Northern, and it was at a fraternity rush party, and you're the first guy that I met, and I went into that fraternity going, I'm not going to do the Greek system. Not for me, because when I went to school my first 2 years, they were just a bunch of, snobby jerks. And Mark, you just completely disproved everything that I've known in the past about fraternities, and we talked for like 2 or 3 hours straight. Next thing you know, I was president of the pledge class, and you were my pledge dad, and we went through some amazing things. And ever since, you've been this shining light in my life. You're great, and the fact that you're doing the ministry and being part of that is just such a great calling for you. And then there's Tony Zoya. Tony has been a great, one of my best friends ever since Northern. He was in my pledge class with that crazy group of 8 guys, looking for ourselves. And Tony's got this personality that he's always made me see things very clear. And he's been a good source for me as far as like someone to talk to and to get some good feedback from, and to sometimes in my life steer me in the right direction. And he's helped me through some pretty difficult times. And we share music interests and seen countless shows together. And Tony, you're about as good a friend as they get. Brian Davies, uh, you know, being your key illustrator for the last 30 some years has been an honor. No, but yeah, you and Lydia have been, those 16 years that I was in Naperville, we got closer and closer, and you guys are fantastic friends, and it's always great getting together with you. And we'll always have Naperville. But anyway, Keith Newton. Keith was the first person that I met when I transferred to Northern, and I went my third and fourth year to college the right way. I had my own apartment, a really cool car, quite independent. And Keith was the first guy who was a maintenance man at University Heights Apartments. And the first time I met him, we talked for 10 minutes. And after 10 minutes of knowing this guy, Keith wrote down his phone number and said, call me if you need anything. I mean, he goes, if you want to get rid of some of this crappy furniture, I'll find you the best stuff around. Just give me a call anytime. And for the last 35 years, just been the greatest friend. You and your family, and your wife, just wonderful, wonderful. It's just such an honor to have you. Matt, uh, what can I tell you? We did the fraternity thing. We've been great friends. We've done so many things with you and Laura, and your kids are phenomenal for doing it twice, having the kids, having the babies, and getting them to the age where they're pretty much on autopilot and starting all over again with two small kids. It just still blows my mind, and I just I could not express enough, respect I have for you guys, because not only you did that, the two and the two, but they're all fantastic kids, bright, brilliant kids, loving, and wow, what an amazing thing. Love you guys. Mitch Schoenfeld, we've known each other for just about as much time as my northern buddies, and it's been great having you as a friend, and you've opened my eyes to so much great music, and whether it's through Reggie's or pre-Reggie's Rush concerts and Yes shows, and you've just been a great friend. Your family's warm, wonderful people. Julie, we don't know you too well, but from what we know about you, we love the hell out of you. So he's lucky to have you. You're a great kid. Marty, you've just been another one of these guys that irreplaceable friendships. Marty was at a time about, I don't know, probably about 19 years ago, and I was getting to the point where it was getting to the end of the road with Donna, and Marty was going through something a lot worse than I was. And he pulled me aside at a party one time and said, look, no matter what you need, Chris, talk to me, whether it's money or someone to talk to. Doesn't matter what time it is. And I can't put into words what, a friendship like that means to me. And Ellen, we love the hell out of you too. You're a great kid. Dave Hewson. What can I tell you about this guy? He's a nut. He is like a big, lovable teddy bear with an amazing outlook on life and positivity. And you've just been the greatest friend. And knowing your family and your mom and dad when they were here with us, once again, I mean, words cannot express the way I feel. And Gloria, love you equally as much. You're just wonderful. So, and then I guess that leaves, one more person, Ruthie. You're not one of my guy friends, but you've been a great friend of mine ever since, for at least the last, 25 years. You've got this Ecuadorian thing going on with your family, and when I met you back in the day, we bonded instantly because your South American upbringing and my Greek upbringing heritage drew us together, and just a wonderful, wonderful friend. And Mike, we love you too. You're a great guy, and so so happy that you guys found each other. Many of us have gotten second chances at marriage, and I believe we've all done the right thing, because there's a lot more smiles, when you find the right person. So, and last but not least is my brother Pete, my little brother, who has been my best friend. This is where it gets a little tough. So, when my dad was dying, it got to the point where Pete Pete and Leslie both were doing an amazing job taking care of my dad. But I would go over there and see Pete just transform into this caregiver. And he made me to be a better man. Seeing that and seeing the love that he poured out in those days. Pete, you're the best. And Leslie, you are too. You guys both did a wonderful thing. But Pete, you've, being my little brother, you've always showed me the best way to live. And thank you. So, all right, that's it. Remember this during the wedding? That's it. No more. Last but not least is Cindy. This has been the best 3 years of my life. And the funny thing is, Cindy was always around me. Ever since I've known all of you guys, Cindy was there going to school at Northern or working, living in the same vicinity. And then when we moved, I was in Naperville the same time she was there, I think, or close by. There were other parts of my life where we were always like knocking distance from bumping into each other at the grocery store. I believe she even saw my band, the Droogs, play at Andy's Tap one night. She says she remembers that. But it just wasn't meant to be until 3 years ago. And when I met her, it was it. You know, I had found that person. And I love you so much. And I love you all so much. One more time. That's it. See, I can do that. I can stop the crying by doing this motion right here. But I just want to say that I just feel very fortunate to have Cindy and all of you in my life. And I wish you all the best holidays and the best 2018 possible. And I love you all. Have a great time.